Okay, so question 2. Before we start question 2, I want to review some of the concept in Math 7 because many students get mixed up when handling positive and negative numbers. So rule number 1 that you really need to know is when the signs are the same in addition, we add the integers. I'm going to give you an example. An easy one will be 2 plus 5 is 7. We all know that. How about negative 2 plus negative 5? We still add the integers. It will just be negative 7. And what you should know is positive and negative, when they're right next to each other, will just be negative. So this is the same as negative 2 minus 5, which is negative 7. So whenever they have the same sign, you really just add the integer. Okay? So that's rule number 1. Whenever the signs are the same, you want to just add the integers. Okay, if both numbers are positive, then your answer will be positive, which is the easy case. But if both numbers are negative, your answer will be negative. Answer is negative if you are adding two negative integers. So remember that. We also have a rule number 2 in adding and subtracting integers. When signs are different, use. Now I'm going to use the word bigger, the bigger digit, to subtract the smaller digit. Answer will have the same sign as the bigger digit. I'm going to give you an example. If I have 7 minus 5, that's very easy. 7 minus 5 is just 2. You all know that already. You're really using the bigger digit 7 to subtract 5, the smaller one. What if I have a negative 7 plus 5? Well, it's the same idea. They have different signs. I have a negative integer and a positive integer. So negative 7 and positive 5. I still subtract them. 7 minus 5 is still 2. Because the bigger digit is negative, so my answer will be negative. Okay, so these are the things that you should have learned from grade 7 already in Math 7. So if you don't know, this is a quick review. You need to know these two rules when you're adding and subtracting integers. And if you really struggle, make sure you bring this up to one of the teacher or to me, so I can give you more practice, or we can give you more practice in Math 7 before moving on to these kind of questions. So there are other rules that you should know. Rule number 3. So you need to know that positive times positive is positive. Negative times negative is negative. So whenever the two signs are right next to each other, so this is when the signs are the same. Sorry, negative times negative is positive. When signs are the same and multiplying, dividing, or if they are just placed right next to each other, these are the rules that you want to use, and it will just become positive. So if I have positive 2 times positive 3, your answer will just be positive 6, right? Usually we don't even write this positive out. Same idea, negative 2 times negative 3 will just be positive 6. So normally we don't even write the positive out. So that's when you're timesing. If you're dividing, 6 divided by 3 is 2. We all know that already. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is also positive 2. So when you're dividing, the same rule applies. And even when they're right next to each other, like 2 plus positive 3, this is the same as 2 plus 3. Right? We don't need to write plus 2 times. And of course, it will just be 5. And 2 minus negative 3 is the same idea. Negative, negative will just give you 1 positive. And you still get 5. Okay. And then rule number 4 is when signs are alike in multiplying, dividing, or when they are placed right next to each other, it will become 1 negative. So if I have 2 times negative 3, a positive times negative is negative. Negative 3 times 2, negative times positive is still negative. Division as well, 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. Positive divided by negative is negative because the signs are unlike, and negative 6 divided by 3 is still negative. When I have a positive and a negative sign right next to each other, it will just become negative, and 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Okay, so 4 rules that you really need to know, and you're supposed to have learned this in Math 7 already. Okay, so now we can move on to question 2. 2a, 4 plus 2 times 3. This dot means times. This dot right here. So 4 plus 2 times 3 is 6, and 4 plus 6 is 10. B, 4 plus 2 times 3. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Ten minus 2 dot 3. 2 times 3 is 6, and 10 minus 6 is 4. 2 squared times 5 squared. 2 squared is 2 times 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. 5 squared is 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 4 times 25 is 100. And E of divided by 3 minus 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay. Maybe I forgot to mention order of operation. Yeah, let me do it here. Maybe I'll do F and then I'll remind you what is order of operation. So we have 3 minus 21 divided by 7. We do division first. 21 divided by 7 is 3, and 3 minus 3 is 0. So the order of operation is going to be following by BADMAS. B means bracket. So in math, whenever you see a bracket, you do whatever is inside the bracket first. Just like here, that's why I did 4 plus 2 first to get 6. E stands for exponents. You already know what exponent is. D stands for division. So you also know what division is. M stands for multiply. So it's important that we know that divide and multiply, they are at the same level. So we simply go from left to right. When we see them, we just go from left to right for divide and multiply. And then addition and subtraction is last. Again, they are at the same level, so we go from left to right. And this is the order in which we handle calculations. Okay, so we did F, and then G. 24 divided by 8 plus 5 times 2. 24 divided by 8 is 3. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 plus 10 is 13. So the answer is 13 for G. H, 4 times 3 minus 16 divided by 8. We do multiplication and division first. 4 times 3 is 12. 16 divided by 8 is 2. 12 minus 2 is 10. So the answer for H is 10. I, 2 times 4 squared plus 3 squared. 4 squared is 16. 3 squared is 9. 2 times 16 is 32. And 32 plus 9 is 41. J, 8 to the power 0 times 5 minus 3 squared. 8 to the power 0 is 1. So you probably don't know yet, but anything to the power 0 is going to be 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So another exponent rule that you need to memorize. That's why 8 to the power 0 is 1. Times 5 minus 3 squared is 9. 1 times 5 is 5. And this time they have different signs, so I go 9 minus 5 is 4. Because the bigger digit is negative, that's why my answer is negative. Okay, so the answer is negative 4. Okay. 32 divided by 8 plus 54 divided by 9. 32 divided by 8 is 4, plus 54 divided by 9 is 6. And 4 plus 6 is 10. L, 42 divided by 7 minus 32 divided by 8. 42 divided by 7 is 6. 32 divided by 8 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. M, 3 squared times 5 minus 2 to the power 3 divided by 4. 3 squared is 9. 2 squared is 8. 9 times 5 is 45. 8 times 4, 8 divided by 4 is 2. 45 minus 2 is 43. And N, 64 divided by 12 minus 4. 64. And 12 minus 4 is 8. 64 divided by 8 is 8. 2 bracket 5 minus 3 squared, or to the power 3. 2 bracket 5 minus 3 is 2. And 2 to the power 3 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. P, 4 plus 2 squared divided by 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 squared is 36. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. Q, 5 times 2 plus 5 plus 4. That's minus divided by 3. So 5 times 2 is 10. Remember, adding and subtracting, we have to go from left to right. 10 minus 5 is 5. And 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And the last one is R. 3 times 8 minus 5 plus 3 divided by 11. 3 times 8 is 24. And then 24 minus 5 is 19. And 19 plus 3 is 22. 22 divided by 11 is 2. And that's it for question 2. I'll see you in question 3.